it's a movie. Red carpet, the lights going through me. Anytime I arrive, it's the new me. Real diamonds on my neck, that's groovy. Flashing lights, all these things come to me. Dressing price, all my rings got weight. You feel that? You feel that? Hey, you heard that? Classic.
Custom something like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's called
Yeah, you're right.
Border Patrol.
Border Patrol.
Yeah, and you see them coming from Dubai, they always come with the yellow cack, and I'm like, how did you think you were gonna get away with that?
Yeah.
You was cack stupid.
Yeah.
You know why I always laugh is when the Indian people, right? And they come with the yellow food. And you can see the husband is like so disappointed because he knows it's the wife. And he probably told her,
Don't put it. Yeah.
don't put in all this food. And they're just packing up the yellow food. And the husband is just like, that's my wife, man. It's my wife.
No. I see that. I see what you're doing, what they're doing there. He's like trying to act like he doesn't know. He's the one that said, hey, Kida, you make sure you put that curry in the thing, okay? I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to eat this. Uncle, please, don't you make it like this. I said, no, Jerry, you can't do that because they're going to stop us at the airport. No, I want to hear nothing. You do that, you put it in for me. Now he's acting at the airport like he doesn't know what's going on. Nee, meneer, sy skuld. Hy is die ene wat eintlik aangesit het.
Some hidden talents coming out there, Evan. Hey, you do
Yeah,
quite a good
yeah,
Indian impersonation there.
I heard it.
Not bad.
Anyway, it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt, right?
Yeah, but
You
for
know,
me,
I
like, I
would
just don't
think
think
again-
it's a guy, man.
Mhm.
Like, do we care about food? I never care about taking food on the
Look,
plane.
if you
and
spend time with the culture, Hein, you will know. To keep the man happy, the food must be authentic. It must be good. He's not the one cooking in the Indian culture, but be you sure that he'll be the one saying, I want to have my meal. I'm going to a place where we're going for work or whatever. I don't have time for all these other people there. When I come home, I want to have a taste of India, you know? Like just, it's a respect thing, I suppose, you know? We do it for the
I
respect.
suppose, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I tell it to them, but I don't
Yeah.
care whether people tell me. I don't even know how to respond. They say, I'm like, same to you. And
Shukran.
to you.
I think
Yes,
people have
man.
adopted this word in Cape Town. They call it that. They just say shooks. Shooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a southern suburbs thing, that, right?
Yeah, I think so, Nevan. 100%.
Yeah. Definitely.
I tell the people about the Muslims back home, right? And then I tell them all the cut they catch on, but they won't eat pork. That is the one place they will
Yeah.
never go.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
always find it so funny.
Welcome back. Time in Texas. Hein and Nevan back in the house. How you guys doing? I got a good one for us today.
I had what we call growing up a tiki tumble, a nice little tiki tumble, and ended up with a couple of unwoven accident scars on my arm and on my legs. But I'll make it.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Nevan. Very brave of you to pop in and to have some time with your boys again. But I know that tiki tumble wasn't as small as he's making it out to be, but glad you're here. As I said on the call to you not too long ago, at least you're not made out of glass. So be thankful you made it. Hein, what's good with you, brother? How are you feeling? You're looking very buff, Hein. Are you doing some cardio there?
It's the angle. Hey.
Like a
No,
Batista there.
my cardio's like this.
Is that the wonder? I'm looking at the biceps.
Look at the t-shirt. It's a can.
Something
That
with this,
opens.
like,
Open up a can of whoop
Yeah, and
bears.
these cardios like this. Kak mooi. That was kak funny.
you know what I watched today? I
On
watched
that
that,
note-
the Tylenol murders. Have you guys watched that?
Which one?
The Tylenol murders.
I don't even know what's the meaning of Tylenol.
Oh, no.
Tylenol.
Tylenol.
It's-
Visinol?
Thailand. It's the American Bernardo's place. Like,
Ah, the American Panado. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to say it sounds like some kind of medication,
yeah, it's like a painkiller.
Sounds like if you put it in your oven, and then it's
like opioids and that type of stuff.
okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I digress. Tell me about it.
No, it's just where these people they bought us extra strength Tylenols, right?
Yeah.
And it was actually laced with cyanide, and
Ooh.
they just dropped dead. Like 7 people just dropped dead in like Chicago.
Wow.
And then they said, no, it's this guy. And they tried to put it on this guy. And he was sent to prison, but for something unrelated, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then a couple of years later, they were like, okay, now it's like sealed or another seal and another, like 3 triple sealed, right? And
Yeah.
then it happened again. People died because of cyanide poisoning in the tablets. And they like blaming outside conspiracies. And Johnson & Johnson, nothing
Yeah.
happened to them. And they were like, no, it's someone else. They tampered with it. And people were like, how could they tamper with it? It's triple sealed. It must have happened in the factory. But they got away with it. They killed 7 people first and then, I don't know, another 3. So like 10 people they killed.
Someone tested that.
Yeah, I
man.
know that's another topic on its own, eh?
Yeah.
The conspiracies and all the information that was now leaked about opioids. And after taking it for 30 days, how addictive the people became. That they were long recovered from their injuries, but were stuck on opioids.
Tomorrow is 43 degrees.
43. No,
Yeah.
man, that is a bit. Yeah, no one works outside, eh? You guys hire people for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone comes from the east. Right now, it's 21.
Nice. Good temperature.
It's a good temperature, yeah.
Humidity 64%.
What's the temperature by you, Klein?
At the moment, it's cold here. We looking at 17 degrees at the moment. With rain tomorrow. Cloudy day tomorrow, 21 degrees, and then it warms up a bit over the weekend. It's strange that in Cape Town you will always get a nice sunny Sunday, eh? Once a month, even in
Yeah.
winter. So it will be like a 27, 28 degrees on Sunday.
It's 27 in Paris right now. You'd never say, huh?
That's nice. Is that where your parents are?
Ari, they were there this morning. They're back. They're close to a place where there's the 24-hour race. Do you know what the name of that place is called?
24-hour race.
Yes.
What race?
Nürburgring.
No, we're talking about France.
Cyclists, cycling race.
Oh, in
24.
France.
Yes.
Tour de
Le Mans-
France.
No, that's for bicycles.
No,
For the cars,
The Le Mans.
Le Mans, the city of Le Mans. Yeah,
Okay.
Le Mans. So they're close to that. Yeah, that to where I am is a 7-hour driver.
For you.
That's like from here to Neisner, more or less.
Now, isn't a lekker place, man? Do you remember the time we went out there? You and I.
Yeah,
We went to go visit.
2010 World Cup.
Was that the time we left? We went. No,
Yeah,
that's
I remember the French team still stayed at your friend's hotel where he was working. And the
yeah.
French team was there and practicing and that.
And we went at that time, right? Was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I couldn't remember the year, brother. Wow.
But I think we went for a whole week or something.
We went for a couple of days. Yeah.
Mm.
That was nice. That was nice. We went fishing as well, didn't? No, we didn't go fishing. We went oyster eating.
Oyster eating.
Yeah.
Met some people there. Remember the couple that
Oh
invited us
my
to their house?
word.
And his whole broom cupboard was full of stock. Yeah.
That was mad, yes. I mean, you could see just like their hospitality, right? You could see that as their daily life, meeting new people, having a good time, and yeah,
A good, fresh conversation we can have is pack it up and making a change somewhere else, because that's what his story was. He said he had been to Cape Town, where he was raised, been to Joburg, where his family was, and he struggled, settling because of whatever activities he was busy with. And he had ended up in Neisner on a holiday with his friends and ended up on the same campsite for 3 years, living in that tent. And his friends all packed up and left. And somehow had built a relationship with the people, with the community, and ended up staying there. I know he was happily married and all that, but isn't that interesting? Is that something that is worth discussing?
I think
Taking the
I
risk
think
and
that's
in and going.
yeah. I think some people call it freedom. Other people call it an escape. Um, you look at the whole outline, right? And I mean, as age goes by, you find out what's the purpose of you being there and doing everything. From one moment, if you say you have a family and you have kids and all of that, and you decide, all right, I'm gonna go live in a camp. And as the story goes on, he just didn't leave for 3 years. What precedent does he set, man? Like, is his freedom way more important than making sure he raises his kids? It's a nice story if you're a young man. I think it's a fantasy when you're a dad, That's what I think about that.
When you said topics, I look at Clyde.
Okay,
Nah.
Hein, not
Yeah.
to make it too difficult for you.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
a perfect day in Hein's life? If you had to wake up and you had 24 hours to do what Hein wanted to do, but like be extravagant. If it was to go to an amusement park, or don't just be mundane with, I know you would love to sit 24 hours playing game with Arya, but outside that, if you were to be
Nice.
adventurous, spontaneous, just think off the back of your head what you're going to do for yourself for the day. 24 hours in Hein's life. Let
Go.
me know.
You were right, man. I would just want to be at home and just
No.
play my games. Like, I can't think of a more perfect situation than that. Like, what else would I be doing? It's like, oh, I have to get into my car. Oh, if I had a driver,
There we go.
Yeah,
Now you're
there
getting
we
it. Now
go.
you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Go for it. Go for it.
I
Come on, Hein. You can't be that robotic. You must have something you can do for 24 hours. Come on, Hein. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
ooh, I would want to play lots of football.
I was
I
thinking that
love playing football.
maybe at the Bernabeu, hey? Going to have a day to train with Madrid.
And
How's
he's in
that?
24 hours. Like,
That's what can you do with the 24 hours? Come on. I'm sure people come up with some juicy stories now. Go. Okay. Who's going next? Should Klein, just because you're asking the questions doesn't mean you can't go first, huh? Klein. Maybe you
You
can
guys
also go
always
first.
do this to me.
I
You
know.
first look at me for the topic, then I come up with a topic, and then I must think, like a ballerina on my toes.
It comes with the territory, brother. It comes with the territory.
But I love the challenge, of course. I think for me, at this moment in time, waking up and taking a trip to the Champions League final,
Ooh.
all the more better if Man United was playing. Having dinner with, Fergie. Just being around in all that, glory.
So you're talking 2008, right? We're talking that day.
in-
We're talking
that's
2008.
okay,
Chelsea,
2009.
Manchester United. Yes. Chelsea, Manchester United. You and Fergie. The game hasn't happened yet, but you had the opportunity to sit down with Fergie and have a conversation. And he would have listened to one thing you said. And you can't say, just do exactly what you wanted to do that night, because maybe the game could not have ended United winning on
I was
penalties.
to give him advice. I would say stay 5 more years longer and don't take David Moyes as a coach to replace you.
No, he did that deliberately, man. Whatever anyone says, he planned that because he didn't want anyone. Because he could have said, Yeah,
Was he done
yeah,
with someone? Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
He knew he
Me,
was going to be great, but taking that Scottish arsehole. Anyway.
exactly. So I don't know if you finished.
Yeah, no, you go ahead, man.
Okay,
That's half of my day. I'll come back to the rest of the
you come back.
once Hein also
How's that
tells us
half
more
of the
about his
day?
day.
That is half
Dude,
of the day.
your flight alone to England is half of the day.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
are you talking about?
okay. I won't be uitspattig. But yeah,
So
Your
never over
flight
to
is
you.
there and back.
that's what he's doing. He has to fly back again. So there you conversation and then back on the
Yeah,
plane.
fly there, watch a game, conversation, fly back.
what
That's your day.
what I would do with my 24 hours, right? If I only had 24 hours, I have to look at it from a something I would have loved to do when I was younger, not when I've got kids and married, right? Would have been the New Year's party jet line, right? So what you do is you jump on the plane and you stay on you party for New Year's Eve right across the world, and you stop in major places like you in a Concorde, right? And you stop not a Concorde, sorry, it's discontinued. You in a Boeing and you stop in London, and then you have the Happy New Year's in London, and then you fly over, and then you have Happy New Year's party. You get off in New York, and you follow the 24-hour clock. So you get to do it. So if you start at New Zealand, they have a Happy New Year's in New Zealand, right? First New Year's, or Samoa, New Zealand, top places, or Australia. From there, you fly to either Singapore or to Hong Kong. Yeah. From there, Hong Kong, you fly over to Moscow, straight over. Then you fly straight down to maybe Budapest. From Budapest, or you go to India and to what's the capital of India?
Mumbai,
Mumbai. You do
Kolkata.
you do your 30-minute Happy New Year, and then you fly over, and then you go to another country, and then you go to like say Georgia, or you go to Italy, you go to Rome. From there, you go to London, you go to Paris. You know, one of the two. Happy New Year's. Get back into the flight, and you go over to America, and then you chase the New Year's 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You're flying with the time. You fly with the time, and you get there, and then you have Happy New Year's, and then you go all the way to the East Coast, and then you finish your New Year's over there. So Happy New Year. So you have like 7 or 8 parties for half an hour, right? And then you do the whole circle. So you have a Happy New Year for 24 hours, which is done already. I think 2 people who did it was Michael Jackson or Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton, I know, obvious.
I think
So-
Jay-Z had like a concert on New Year's Eve in 5 different places, I think. I stand to be corrected. But lekker interesting. Yeah.
That's what I do in my 24 hours.
I-
Some
I
people-
do- for me, I would much rather have like maybe a big screen,
Mhm.
right? And have the different parties there, and have the single party on the single location. Because me flying all that way, no.
Hein, stop it. Don't listen to him, viewers. If when he was younger, he wasn't this dad-like guy. He would say, let's go. Remember, we walked from a Burki's house, partying. Right? Partying. From Stickland to wherever we partied. What was that? Where was the guy's name? In Brackenfell. We walked from Brackenfell to Italy, me and him.
Mm.
So he knows what it is to party long. Now it's older. Now he doesn't want to anymore. Yeah. Mm.
Neven, wat praat jy? Hy's nou papa beertjie, jong.
Papas
Did
don't
I-
look like.
Did I
like
tell you
this.
about the time we were walking in North Pine and the guy, 2 guys tried to rob me?
I remember the story. Yes.
It was me and Kyle.
Yes. Kyle ran away, the bastard.
Yeah, he spat. He's tough as a mud spat.
Oh my God. Let's hear, Hein.
Yeah, and then they tried to take my phone, right? And the one guy's a cigarette in his mouth, like a cigarette, right? And he grabs my hand. The other one's here on my left, right? And he grabs my hand. Kyle's gone. I just go, what? And I hit, just say, focus,
I
but there's a cigarette spot. Now we busy rolling. The other guy is also coming, but I keep this guy that's holding me, and I'm holding him, and I'm just dragging him in between us, so that they can't gang up on me. Right? Eventually,
Right.
we're on the ground.
I remember
I
that
take my
story.
phone out, I put it on one spot on the ground because it's dark. Put it on the ground, I roll away. We roll it. Kalkaru shouts, "Hi, the police are coming, the police are coming." So those guys quickly spot. And
Yeah,
then
man.
and then I got up, I look, where's my phone? Oh, there's my phone. I pick up my phone, I'm like, "Why you didn't get my phone, you nice?"
You know,
I
out of
remember.
everybody and anybody that's overseas, I'm the most happiest for you, Hein. In the
Wow.
short time of us connecting after all these years, you've been through hell and back in this country.
Yeah, man. Look, the fact that Kyle ran away, right? I think that was like we were young, okay? That already showed the character and why he's not anymore. You know what I mean? You know, ticket. That would have been the moment, man. That's like when Double Dragon's kicking him. You're like, what? The two of you?
Yeah,
The
no,
two of
us,
us?
Yeah.
even
I mean,
we
come
have
on.
quite a few moments of that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
had
We were
moments of
never
that.
the strongest. I won't
Yeah.
say that I was ever the strongest guy in the room, but I was never the afraidest guy in the room, you know. And
Mm.
I think that something that worked in our favor, we could intuitively see who the bastards were. So we went
Back then
after,
already, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we went after the fact that somebody needed to, you know, lay their foot down on these bastards. And me and you were never afraid. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Never
there.
was cut brave. And then you had this natural talent for martial arts. Like
Kicking,
Never was just unbelievable gifted. You would just pick things up just like that. Whereas me, I take hours to get the hang of it, you know?
man, yeah, the karate movies, man. Yeah, karate movies.
But I also give a shout out to Andre and Craig, right? They
Yes.
somehow were
Your Craig
catalysts.
was a
They played
legend.
a big role in why I know what I knew. You know, it's because of them. It's because of them,
Same,
especially
same.
Craig. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Craig's
very disciplined young man.
his lessons, I carry it still today.
Yeah.
Still today. He always used to say, right, in the street fight, make sure you hit first.
Yeah.
Forget about that honor shit. You hit first.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
hit
that's something I
knockout.
never knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I did, but I was the focus. I just didn't get the like a connection for the knockout, you know.
Yeah.
But I remember that I was like, okay, the fight is gonna happen. It's
Yeah.
happening. So I was like, okay, let me get started.
Yeah.
So those kind of lessons.
Yeah,
I
we,
carry.
we had one the moment Klein was talking about as well. There's quite some details to it, right? And just like when this was supposed to happen, then we went in and we're like, okay, let's go, moment, you know,
Mm.
and we just went. And from one moment, people were splitting up, going different ways, and I had with one guy and like dusting off this guy, right? Dusting him off. And in the same moment while I'm dusting this guy off, I see people coming in my peripheral. Boop, boop, and I just go down. Crazy. What? How many
It's
were
like
there?
it goes slow motion in that moment, right?
Yeah, no,
Everything goes
we
slow
first
motion.
ran and there was a
Yeah.
whole army, Hein, and we looked around. It was probably just me and Devin, and there's the
Just the
whole
two of
team.
us. We were
Wow.
many people. It was just the two of us.
Yeah. And you know what?
Wow.
The guys who ran away, their girlfriends were standing around watching me and Devin give this man a puck. And I think that we impressed them at least.
But then they had to pack on me. I had four or five guys on me. And
Yeah, I remember that,
I could just remember the scooter. Bop, 1, 2. They held me, right? They held me. So like this guy's here and then guys here, and I just bop, bop, bop. I can just feel the shots hitting me, and I'm like, where are these people? And I Rick lost, and then I remember
But
shouting.
I gave him a nice one at the end
Yeah,
there
yeah.
with the belt. Yeah.
Crazy. And these
Fuck
guys
the
that
Toto boys.
called us our friends. They were all on the sideline, man, watching.
Ran away.
They could have been. It could have been an equal sum, right? It could have been a one-on-one, and honestly, in the whole fact of the matter, it was a one-on-one. Even when Klein and I went in,
Mm.
right? We each was just one. We didn't take two guys on one. It's like you go for that one and I go for this one, and that was the story of the night.
Yeah.
And their friends came, and I think Klein, how many guys were you fighting? I wasn't paying attention
I
to
was
anyone else.
chasing a few, and a few of them got into the car, and one gave me also a punch from behind. But I think that they got in their cars later on and they left. So I don't know. Do you want to call that a win? Because
Yeah, but
they still wanted to roll their window down. Remember?
and you hit him
And
with the
they
belt.
didn't see
You're
me
so
coming
big.
up for the sneaker. Yeah. He still wanted to shout, and he shouldn't have rolled down that window.
He rolled down his window, Ein, and he still
Mm.
wanted to say something, and Klein hit him with a belt buckle. He's big.
You're,
Oh, your
But,
big moment, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
no. At the
there was
same time,
another.
I'd met all those boys we fought with in life, and
Yeah.
somehow there was a building of a bridge, a mending of a a relationship there. So
Yeah.
the viewers, we're not that violent. Hulle is almal ons maatjies nou, nee.
Mm. There was once in a club in Stellenbosch. Again, me, friend Carl Biden, right? We were all there. Apparently he's Russian mafia, they say. But I don't know. He was still talking shit to myself. I told him, brother, just go fuck yourself, right? And then as I'm walking away, I just feel, somebody pulled from my shoulder. I turn around. I see him coming. I'm like, "Whoa," and I just knock. I see three guys coming from this side. I'm looking at Karen Mara. They're just standing there. I'm like, check this guy.
Yeah,
And now
exactly.
I'm moving back. And as the punches are coming in there, and I'm just like, just blocking. And I've hit the wall at the back. I have nowhere to go. I can't go anymore back. And now it's coming in. I'm like, Papa, I just couldn't anymore, bro. And
Yeah.
I'm down there and I'm like, just blocking. But they found me liquor. Paar liquor squirters. They got me here, one on the eye, back of the head.
Yeah.
At that time, because it's like 4 or 5 guys.
Exactly.
And when it was done and they came to stop it, these two brothers just standing there.
Yeah. Tails between their
What?
legs,
Not
mos.
even helping the Owens off you.
They don't even, nothing.
The question, the statement is so clear, right? Where are those people that were with us then when we needed them, right? They're not even here today. None of them stood with us. I think, and the only fight, because we're young men, we're having fun, right? We're drinking. It's Klein and I were together. We stood with each other in the one occasion that we were together. We were there helping each other. Hein and I were in some altercation with some people. Oh no, we were gonna help others, right? Well, I don't even remember that day so clearly.
It started in Edward Street,
It
right?
started in Edward Street, yeah.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
remember.
it always?
Doesn't it
Yeah.
always, yeah?
Yeah.
Never picked up so quick on it, right? He was so fast. He was way ahead of me. I'm like, what's going on here? And they were just like, yeah, it's coming, it's going down. I'm like, what's going down? Oh, okay, I get it. I see it now.
And it's just those, you can see who's going to be with you. And everyone that talks too much,
Mm,
they're not there, you know?
mm.
We're all
Yeah,
friends, they
yeah.
all stand together. They'll you know what I call it? That you hit like this. They hit like this. You know, they want to say they took part, but they hit like this. You know, and they kick like this. It's like, you know, they're
know,
not helping you.
Uh,
And where
you
are
know,
they
those-
now?
Yeah.
Those
And
guys
I was
who
the
you
type
fight
of friend
with-
that don't even speaks into loyalty, but ask questions later. Because
Exactly.
I know my friends, and they're not kaksoekers. So when they say there's something happening, I'd rather ask the question later on, because somewhere along the line, they wouldn't have set me up to go and get myself hurt. That was bastards coming to attack, and we needed to stand strong.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
yeah, I'm that kind of guy. I'd rather cuck you out later. Like,
Yeah,
why
but
did you get
exactly.
me into that? But, I don't
As
know if
kids,
that speaks into
I think
loyalty.
it sets a precedent, right? Like you do these little fights. I think now it goes too serious, but back then it was nice. It was a fight, right? A fight
I
was a
was
fight.
about to say the same thing.
Yeah, a fight was a fight. But
Yeah, a
then,
fight was a fight.
then you would see who your friends truly are and whether they are your friends. When they put in a situation where they cannot completely control the outcome and they're put out of the comfort zone. And if we were intelligent enough, and that's why it's called hindsight, right? It's
Yeah.
called hindsight and it's called decline. Hindsight, and decline.
And
Anyway,
incline.
Try one.
and
Incline. Always on
and
the incline.
or the
Incline, no,
incline, or the
incline, yeah,
decline, or the
incline,
hindsight, right?
Yeah.
Or the climb.
Or yeah, by cline or high. It depends whether you're
Mm.
saying high or by. Okay, so this tells you, and stupid to us, these are our friends, right? We grew up. They stood by us. They stood by us in moments they know they were going to win. In all of these occasions, there's many occasions at school where they knew that there was going to be not a lot of harm to them as an individual. They stood by to say, "Oh, we are friends," because then it's the mob idea. But when they're in an environment where they don't know the environment, they never stood by their friends, right? They know how to ask help, which is allowed. You can ask help, but to watch your so-called friends complete the task for you, it shows so much character. And if that was an interview for a job to know whether you're a loyal person, none of them would have got the job. None of them got the job. And it shows those type of characters and how you build relationships. And if you look at it today, in all those occasions that I know all people on this side and all people on that side, and none of those people are with us today. How is that?
Very
How?
interesting take on it
Very
now.
interesting, right? That none of those
Philosophical.
people that ran away are with us today.
Mhm.
And everyone that stood by is with you today. So that's the message.
And if you think of it, the test of character as boys, learning the outside world and being physical. I mean, I can speak of for ourselves, probably, we were probably win-loss in a fight. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So-
some kid will call it their whole lifetime the last time they
But
were
at the
born.
same time, like you say, it shows that time already. If you were to look to the future, where would the ones who matter, where are they? Then, of course, there's a clear picture of that right now.
Yeah, but these guys, right? They took many sports in defensive classes, and they had the ability. they had the ability to use. They've been doing martial arts all their life, right? They've even gone as world champions, right? To go take part in these things. But the moment it counted to help the people that was your friends, church mouse. I'm only
know-
here for the people, for the fans.
Here's a funny story, right? The once I was in a pub in town, right? And I'm drinking with this guy. He's from some country in Africa. I can't remember now which one it is.
Must be Congo.
No. Starts with an A, I think.
Algeria,
No.
Angola.
No. Doesn't matter, right? Now he's this scrawny little, tiny little guy, right? I'm drinking with him. And now this other African guy comes in, right? But he's like those bouncer bodybuilder types. Big
West
muscles.
African.
Yeah, walking like that, right? And he comes in and he starts shouting at this guy. Now the guy's sitting next to me, right? But he comes close. Now I'm just checking what's happening. He comes close and he's just shouting at this guy. And all of a sudden, he hack off for the guy. And I grab his arm as he's hitting him. Right? I don't know what's going on. I grab his arm and I grab him like that and I'm pushing him away. And I'm like, no, don't do this, right? Like, just relax. And eventually he calms down, right? And they have to split them up. So I go to him and ask him, bro, like, what's going on? This guy slept with his girlfriend behind his back while lying to him about it. And I'm like, dude, how freaking stupid can you get? And then they still go, they both love this hangout spot. He knows the guy knows, but he's still there.
Oh my
And I'm like,
god.
dude, you're going to die, man. You're going to die. And you see, in that moment, I protected him. I helped him.
Yeah.
Even though I
Yeah.
didn't know
Exactly.
what was going on. I didn't
Yep.
know what it was about. But all I saw was an aggressor.
Yeah.
And I just helped him out.
Try to neutralize the situation. Why not?
It doesn't
Yeah,
always work out
exactly.
that way, huh? Like
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
yeah,
it's a
exactly.
story to tell about a good deed, and people must
We
understand
can
it
sit
does.
here all night talking about stories of Nevin
Yeah.
getting locked up for helping a woman being abused, and then the cops come and then the she turns around and says, Nevin, hit them first. So We can go around
so,
all
so,
night.
so
doing
it's
this,
it's
man.
interesting. Look at that, people, and you know where you see that a lot. What's the philosophical word term for this? Yard. You know, you see it a lot on a yard, right?
Mm.
Where you see people talking, fighting, and afterwards when they start moving, they move my butt. Then when people come, the cops came. What's happening here? Nee, hulle het vir ons eers te geslaan. It's such a classic colored thing,
Mm.
man. Such a
Yeah.
classic colored thing. Could be an African thing as well, but I don't know the culture that well to give you
Yeah,
a straight answer.
and the woman and the man will argue the whole night.
Exactly.
Just you say something to help her. Then she
Yeah.
attack
Mm.
you like a cat. Yeah.
Exactly. Dis heel besigheid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But never made a good point, right? Back in those days, a fight was a fight. But now, dude, you can't fight. You'll either get stabbed or you'll get shot. Because
Yeah.
everybody's cowards today. Nobody wants
Yeah.
to fight. It's like,
No one,
oh,
no
you
one
wanna
can take a
fight?
loss.
Let me just go
Yeah.
grab my piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're gonna get shot. It's happening so much in Edward Street. I keep hearing, fight broke out.
Yeah.
One guy got shot. It's like, how did a
100%.
fight go into somebody getting shot?
Yeah.
You
We
know?
we
Yeah.
lucky that we just missed that time, right?
Right?
Yeah, no, we were exiting at that time already.
Yeah. But it could have happened to any of us as well. And this is the people they don't read the situation properly, man. There's a lot, and also the crowd you keep, the people you keep determines what the outcome is. I think, and sorry to say it like this, I'll be frank and I'll be straight. You go to the city and you go to let's call it sophisticated place, and then you go partying with a sophisticated type of partying area, the same vibe, right? But in a different location. It's still a fight is a fight, right? The
Mm.
closest it comes to someone breaking a bottle on someone's head, right? That's it. But these people have too much to lose. They have too much to lose to whip out a knife and to whip out a gun because they've got shares in this place and they've got this business going. So when the fight stays a fight, so if you want to fight, you might be kicked in your chops because most of those people have MMA and they mix martial arts. So you might have your ass handed to you. But there's no jealousy in losing a fight like it is where we came up, where we grew up.
Mm.
The fact of the ego being bruised and people seeing it because the Friday night is their entire life. That's what it's about. It's the reason they work their
Go for
9 to
that,
5. Yeah. It's the reason they work their 9 to 5 to get their lay-by jeans from sports scene and their tackies, right? To look cool for the next person. And that's the conversation for the weekend. And everyone's hung over onto the Monday morning and the same rinse and repeat system works. So if you break their environment in that manner, you embarrass them that badly, they're going to try to redeem themselves. So the moral of the story is stay away from those people's worlds, because once you step onto their world, then and you happen to shatter one of their weekends, and everyone remembers it, then you put on a kill list. They have no remorse. They don't care. All they care about is their ego. And anyway, I haven't had a fight in many years, man. I don't think I can even
Okay.
fight anymore.
Oh, yeah. I want to bring it down a bit, boys, or you want to keep
Mhm.
it there?
No,
Fiery.
no.
Oh, no. Go for it.
Okay. So bringing about some vulnerabilities, right? Please share with me, what is the most meaningful way someone has ever shown you that they care? Just to tone it down, and as we quiet
Mm.
down and end of the discussion, what is the most meaningful way someone has ever showed that they care about you?
I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. That's a dangerous question to answer.
Dangerous question, Charles.
Yeah, because if the answer is not that right,
I know
one,
the,
and
the, the
wrong
gloves are
person
out now,
hears,
so
and the wrong person
The gloves
hears
are
what the
out
answer
now,
was.
okay,
Yeah.
we know the answer if you want to put it like that.
Well, our first one, what David's going to say, because it's a dangerous question. It's yeah. You see,
You see, you guys are
Why-
such males.
why you put us on the spot like that, man?
I don't know. He says you guys are such males. Like he's a female sitting there presenting. You know. You dog.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's such a dangerous question, right?
I would say, nah, man. I don't want to be cliche, man. Like packing in my lunch every morning, making sure that my lunch is packed in. You know, when I go to school.
Amazing. That's
But it
such an
doesn't
amazing
apply
answer.
to me. That is unfair. That's not it. That's 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 the responsibility, as it is my responsibility today, right? So it's a touchy subject,
This is such
and
a controversial one. It was
yeah,
meant to be a nice soft one, but it can
but
be
you
it can be
know,
taken out of context. I
it
get
can
it.
be taken out of context. It's the question is too. If you don't do research on that question, man, you see your gut. You see
That's
your
why
gut,
I said I saw where that's going. I'm like, I
and
need the fifth.
that is me on the trottinette on a scooter, right? Thinking you can jump off to avoid an accident. You can't jump off at 40 kilometers and expect to go running. Not even the Olympic people can catch a treadmill at that speed. You know, it's too
Mm,
much. It's too much.
yeah,
Now you
that's
You
see
know
too
what? I'm
with
fast.
the
just thinking now, Nevin, if it did work, you would be sponsored by Red Bull. Let's
Mm.
put it like that.
I didn't have a camera, man. But if I did, yo,
If we did
that
what, it'd be like,
exactly
you know?
the moment that happened, Hein and Klein, right? All I heard was Takis falling. Like I'm
The
like,
rubber.
yeah. I didn't
Mm.
know what happened until I hit the floor. I'm like, yo, that happened. Yeah, no time, my man. From the moment I'm like, oh, I have jumped. And then I felt my knee and my leg. I'm like, yo, that's kakso. That's
Mm.
kakso. And then I had to get up because I'm in the road again. And now that you guy mentioned my accident with the motorbike years ago, it reminds me of that knock, but I was younger. It felt like that, you know. But I'm a bit older now, you know. Like I'm yo many years. Wow, almost 20 years ago. Damn, we're getting old, man. 20 years ago,
Yeah, I know
18.
that's when you were in school last was 20 years ago, 21 years ago.
No, we talk about 18 years ago, 18, 19 years ago. Sorry, I'm standing corrected. And that was the motorbike ended up in two pieces, right? The motorbike. And I walked away with a scratch.
Wow. You were lucky.
I remember that, yeah.
I was lucky. And this time it was a scooter, a small electrical scooter. And I got smashed, bone broken three places, the leg, kneecap. That's what you call a full circle, my man. Full circle. It happens. It happens. And I left home thinking I'm just going to the doctor. It's not far. I'm not going to put on my gloves and my things, right? Because I always say you put on your gloves in case you fall. And I didn't put on my helmet. It's just around the corner, man. What could have happened? Like,
Mm.
boom, finished. And yeah, that's what happened, people. That's where you see me in the arm brace and
I'll
leg
sound
brace.
very I'll sound very diplomatic here, and I think that the nicest thing someone has done for me is you guys starting this podcast with you guys. I think that's
You
so
think so?
cool. That's so cool. Not to sound any more controversial than you guys have already warned me about.
Uh, people I think the listeners are gonna be like, really? That's the best that you got?
Mm,
Like a
That's it.
podcast?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
they're like, no, we don't want to
You
hear
got
that.
you got David and Hyde.
Yeah.
Come on.
They want to hear a story like you were hanging on the side of a mountain, Meneer, and the guy came around busy, like, hey, do you want to skate? Gave you a skate and then helped you up and say, hey, bro, that's okay. You need a ride, you know, some like death-defying thing. But anyway, it's each one to their own. I take back my answer about the sandwiches. I think that question is such a put on the spot. It's a brilliant question. I'm digging into the archives, right? Trying to figure out like what situation, what time in my life, and the moment that needs to be described had that much value that someone has done for me. to such an extent. I don't know. It could
Oh,
be. It could be.
And you got one? Let's go.
I got
It,
one. I got one.
it could be when I was working in South Africa, right? As a young chef coming up, right? I was doing well. And the person that told me, my first chef that told me, I don't think you will be a chef, right? I don't think you're good enough to be a chef. And that hurt, right? He's the first chef. And it put fire under my ass that I became so good. And he told me after that, like, look, we're friends now because we used to hang out. And he said, you're just better than me. He gave me an opportunity of working with a South African company, and they needed a young chef to go into Africa and open a 5-star hotel. And my name was the first name on his lips. And he called me up, and I didn't do an interview for that job. I got that job because he recommended me. So I walked straight into that job, and that job took me across Africa, right? And opened up the gates for the direction I went into. Was him. And he's like, I left Kruger National Park. I came back, and then I was the chef at the Villa Resort in the one and only hotel. And I called him, and then we had the conversation. And he's like, "Hey, man, you want to go to Africa? I got a beautiful opportunity." And that phone call, that moment, and the guy that said you'll never be able to do this job called me to give me the job that defined the direction of what I've gone into. I think that was an amazing moment that someone has done something for me.
I was there that day when he said that you won't be a good chef. In fact, it was in front of myself and Mia's mommy. And yeah, you proved him wrong. I think you guys became very close.
Yeah, good friends. Mhm. And he also, there was opportunity for me to stay because I was a trainee and I did my education, and there was the two trainees. It was me and Adnan. I'll never forget his name, Adnan, and he could keep one. And I worked my ass off, right? And he came to me with the news saying, "Sorry, we're keeping Adnan." It was devastating because I really put my heart on my sleeves. And I went off on my own journey, and I got to work for Gordon Rams and everything. And I came back and I asked him, "Look, man, that hurt me. Now we're still friends because we support Chelsea and we used to watch the game together." And I'm like, "Why did you do that?" And he said, "Look, Adnan needed more help. You didn't. You were ready to go out. So I let you go. If I had to let Adnan stay, and Adnan go, he was still a child. He needed that comfort environment. You were running all the posts. You're a trainee. You did everything already. You understand everything, and it was time for you to go." So there was a lot of like not understanding, and because of that move, a lot of things fell into place for me to be who I was and what I've done. It all started at the place I first picked up a knife. That's interesting. And that first man opened up the door, and he doesn't even really know it, right? He sculpted my direction more than Gordon Ramsay that I worked with, or Phil Carmichael, or Jason Atherton, or Conrad Gallagher. These are all top people, Michelin stars, or Fabrice, Salvador. All these people are top chefs. He's not a Michelin star chef, but he sculpted my direction better than they would ever have. They taught me techniques, and they taught me a lot in the kitchen. I respect them for that. But this guy lighted the fire, and he has given me more attention in my growth than they would ever have done.
Very good answer. I like that. For any young man listening, that be patient, stick it out, but continue with the grind. Have a bit of grit, and I think Nevin always speaks about that word stamina and endurance. That if you have dreams and goals out there, sometimes you have to take the good with the bad or the bad with the good one, I call it like that. And if you put your mind to something, you can achieve.
Yep.
Hein, you just zoomed in now as if you were finding a dos there. Did you know you zoomed in?
Yeah, it's when he scratched his face, then like his camera focused on the movement, and that's why he
Alright.
zoomed in. Yeah. Okay, you have your moment. Speak. Let the crowd know.
The nicest thing someone's done for me. So I was at university, right? I was staying on campus. And I had these friends, they were twins, right? And I got sick, right? And I was sick for about a week. And I just wasn't getting any better. I started to look like a skeleton. You could see like my bones in my face, right? And I just kept thinking, oh, I'll get better, I'll get better, right? And then the twins, their parents came and they saw the way I looked, and they were like, hell no, you're coming with us. Because their parents were picking them up for the weekend to go home. And then they said, no, we're taking you home. And they dropped me off, and I ended up going to the hospital. And that's how I found out I was diabetic. And the doctor said, like, in a day, I would have been dead. So
Sure.
if they didn't bring me home that day and insisted, because I was like, no, I'll get better, then I wouldn't have been here today. So I think that's probably the nicest thing someone has done for me.
Oh,
Nice.
I get the recollection of that. Nevin telling me as growing up, Hein is sick. We need to go visit him. I think we made a trip up to Stellenbosch. I think you're out of hospital, you were in your dormitory. But I remember there was a visit of some sort.
Visit
Um,
Hein.
Yeah,
You-
I remember that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Audience?
Yeah, I've got a story as well, right? Luckily for me, wow, this is a twist, but it's similar to Hein, but bear with me, gentlemen. I'm a young man, okay? So I went out working. I was in Nigeria at that time, and you know, young man, good body, everything. So you have a good time. Long story short, I caught malaria. I didn't know. I was working at one of the hotels or the restaurant, opening a restaurant this time, and I got sick. And I said, "No, it's okay. Don't worry about it." And I was stayed in my hotel room and like 2 3 days not eating. And afterwards, they just say, "No, man, you are really sick. You need to. They need to sort you out." Got to the hospital and they checked me in and they're like, this guy's weak, we need to see what's happening. And I got to the hospital and I started coughing, and I started coughing blood, right? Like,
Oh no.
whoa, what is this? And then they did the blood test. I had malaria, but like past stage 2, the next thing would be where my organs would have failed. My organs failed and then you die, right? They didn't have the medicine for that stage of malaria, right? They needed to bring it in. They didn't have it. I happened to date a doctor at that time. How is that for the international SOS? She lived in Johannesburg. I think I told Klein or this is a long time ago, and she came in to come visit me, and she looked at me like, "Whoa, what is this?" And she just started going, "Boom, give me the papers. Let me see what's happening here." Nope. Can I have the doctor here, please? What's up? This is what you have to do. And from that moment, she spoke to them. They got that stuff in the next day. That saved my life. And I'm alive today because of her. And we had a very good friendship relationship after that, you know. And I don't want to say her name because it's just, keep her. But wonderful person, wonderful person. It was because of her, she being a doctor, and everything fell into place the way it worked. And just the day she said, "No, I want to come visit you. I want to see how you're doing." And I'm like, "No, it's fine." They wanted to evac me to South Africa because I was that bad. And just one word from her. She was the head of international SOS. And yeah, it saved my life.
Yeah, no, there's like two pieces of advice that she gave you that I will carry with me. I'll share that on another day. But also, not to keep it very grumpy, I'm also a cancer survivor to everyone out there. Also an ambassador for the CHOC Foundation, which is the Children with Cancer Foundation. So in the future, we'll definitely put some more posts on about what's happening in that world. But definitely an episode on its own. So keep going to all the cancer survivors.
Yes.
Big up.
Let's
I know what
make
you
it
guys
happen,
are
make it
going
happen.
through. For those who are fighting the battle, be strong. And I know it's not easy.
Yeah.
But closing remarks, boys, as we wrap it up.
You don't count your chickens before they hits.
Love it.
Stay safe, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep. Peace out, everybody. Not all those who are in your company are your friends. Just be careful. But, peace out. So we meet again.
Good night.